They said he'd never fit in, but destiny had a surprise. Subscribe.
The Ugly Duckling. Once on a farm long ago, a mama duck sat on her nest. "How long must I wait for my babies to hatch?" she sighed. "I have to sit here all by myself." At last, the eggs began to crack. One yellow duckling stepped out of its shell, then another. Each little chick shook its fluffy wings. "Quack, quack. Look at you," cried Mama Duck with joy. "You're all so cute." She counted her new babies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. "Oh dear," she said with a frown. "I had 6 eggs. I should have 6 ducklings." One large egg was still in the nest. "Well, it looks like that big egg will take more time." So she went back to sit on her nest again. The next day, the big egg started to hatch. Out popped a baby boy bird. Yet, my goodness, he was much larger than the others. And he was not yellow, but dark gray all over. One of the yellow ducklings pointed. "What's that? He can't be one of us." "I have never seen such an ugly duckling," said another. "How can you say such a thing?" said Mama Duck in a very stern voice. "You are only 1 day old. Your brother hatched from the very same nest as you did." All the way to the lake, the other ducklings quacked, "Ugly, ugly, ugly." The ugly duckling did not know why they were yelling at him. He fell behind to take the last spot in line. When they got to the lake, each yellow duck jumped in. When it was his turn, the ugly duckling jumped in too, and he started to paddle. "At least he can swim," Mama Duck thought to herself. But when they got out of the water, his brothers and sisters yelled at him, "Go away! We will not play with you. You are ugly, and you walk weird." One day, they all started to quack. "Go! Go away!" The ugly duckling hung his head down low. "They must be right," he thought. "I should go." That night, he flew over the farmyard fence. Suddenly, a big, hungry dog came tearing by. "Woof! Woof!" The poor, ugly duckling froze in fear. The dog sniffed and sniffed at him. Then it turned around and walked away. The sky turned dark. Crack! A bolt of lightning lit up the sky. A big storm came, with heavy rains pouring down. All at once, a tiny light blinked far off in the woods. An old woman opened the door of the hut. Her eyes were not that good, but she could hear. She looked down. A duck! She picked up the ugly duckling and dropped him inside. A tomcat and hen both crept up to the ugly duckling. "Who do you think you are?" the tomcat hissed. "Coming here and taking up room by the fire. Imposter!" "Get out of here," yipped the hen. The door was still a bit open, so the poor, ugly duckling crept out and back into the storm. "No one ever wants me," he said with a tear in his eye. Finally, he found another lake. Looking in the water, he saw a reflection from above. A flock of large birds were flying overhead. They were the most beautiful birds he had ever seen. Winter came, setting its blanket of white snow. The cold wind blew. The ugly duckling became trapped in a small hole in the ice. In a moment, a giant hand swept him up. "You poor thing," said a farmer. The farmer held the ugly duckling close to his thick, warm wool jacket. For the rest of the winter, the farmer cared for the ugly duckling in his cozy home. At last, spring came. "It's time for you to go back to the lake," said the farmer. He set the bird on the water. The young bird flapped his wings. "I feel so strong," he thought. One day, he saw a flock of those same beautiful birds on the lake. "Don't worry," he said to them, holding out a wing. "I am leaving." When he happened to glance down at the lake, he saw a reflection in the water that looked like one of those beautiful birds. He stretched his neck, and the reflection stretched its neck too. He was a swan. "Why are you leaving?" called one of the beautiful birds. "Stay with us. We don't care how birds look." "Why, take a look at Pelican over there." The bird who used to be the ugly duckling considered, "These birds may be beautiful to look at, but they are also beautiful inside. This is the flock for me." And so he joined them as they took off into the clear blue sky.